Okay, Sebastian, I opened the email again and I saw the rest of the documents. So you sent me all the documents originally. It's just that I didn't see them all. Uh, and that happens sometimes. So anyway, I'm looking at your different docs here, and I'm going to show you what you did right and what you did wrong. Um, uh, got some different pages open here that are going to help you with your work. So let's see here. That's your part 3. I need to find your part 1 again. Part 1, okay. So part 1, all right. Writing thesis statements, okay. What are 5 characteristics of a good thesis statement? Okay, this is not the information from class, okay? You need the information from class. Originally, we saw it in a PowerPoint presentation. These are characteristics of a good thesis statement, okay? That's what I want you to know. And then you completed some thesis statements, and more or less you have the idea here. You got some grammar mistakes, like there are other people. There are other people. Okay, so that's plural. Don't use although and nevertheless the same time. You use one or the other. You use one or the other. Never use them both at the same time. Okay, so there's a big mistake here in number 4, and the rest of them are more or less okay. Okay, so brainstorming. Okay, so you're supposed to gather ideas for these 2 topics, right? And so I suggest you put pro euthanasia and against, pro and con, pro euthanasia and against in 2 columns. All right. Now this, I'm not sure if that's really your own work. Down here, I'm sure that that's not brainstorming. I don't know where you found that, but the brainstorming needs to be in your own words. So do pro euthanasia, against euthanasia, gather some ideas. They don't have to be incomplete sentences. You can write it by hand. As a matter of fact, I asked you to write all of this by hand. I don't want you copy and pasting anything. Okay, so writing a thesis statement. When you write a thesis statement, you have to use my style. Maybe this is a thesis statement somewhere. Maybe you found a thesis statement on euthanasia, but you have to use this style from class. And so what's the style from class? Well, we can see some different examples in the manual. For example, we have some different thesis statements here from the manual starting on page 6. And usually the thesis statements in my class, well, they look like that first exercise that you're going to use although or even though at the beginning, or you're going to use nevertheless, nonetheless, or however in the middle. And the point you want to make, the argument you want to make, the argument that you support is always in the second half of the thesis statement, right? So basically the first half you say, although some people may believe this, if you investigate more, you're going to see that my side is true. And I've got another example of that here, thesis statement templates. And so you can see different language that works really well with these thesis statements. And that's on page 8 of your manual. Okay, so that's part 1. Let's look at part 2. See if I can find that. Part 1. Let me see where you got that. Let's go back to your original email, and let's just open it up from here. Okay, so this is what you gave me for part 2. What are the 4 parts of an introduction as seen in class? Okay, you have to tell me what we learned in class. So you probably don't have that anymore. So what I want you to do is you can go to either one of two YouTube videos. You can go to this one on my YouTube channel, Kirk Miguel Adams, finishing up the introduction, conclusion, and abstract, and you'll see the 4 parts of the introduction. They're right there. There's another YouTube video that's just called Introductions for Academic Writing, and you see the same thing. Those are the 4 parts of the introduction. So on my YouTube channel, you've got almost all of this information. So let's go back to your part 2. I think it's right here. Okay. Okay, so the following introduction is missing some parts. Okay, you have to follow the style from class, and you're gonna find this technique. You're gonna find how to do this on that first YouTube video, which is you want this one. You want this one. In this activity, I give you an example of the same introduction. I give examples, I give explanations, and eventually you find some exercises where parts of the introduction are missing. Watch this YouTube video and you're going to learn how to finish that activity. You have to do it my way or it's not right. If you want a good grade, you have to do it my way. So let's go to your part 3. Okay, now this is the part where apparently you understood this. You understand apparently what it is to paraphrase. So when you said in your email that you paraphrased and you really put it in your own words, it appears that you really tried to put this information in your own words. I wanted it to be by hand. It looks like it's in your own words to me. Now, the thing is, you have to do part 4, and you didn't do part 4, because when I went to the document for part 4, I didn't see the paragraph, and for part 4, you have to write a paragraph. So let's go back to the original email, and we'll just open it up from right here. Just to be sure. Right, here are the instructions for writing a body paragraph. Okay, so these steps tell you how to use a focus question sheet. Well, in our class, we used the flashcards, but they work the same way. And we did see this. I showed you what a focus question sheet was. They tell you in these steps, first you look at the focus question sheet, okay, and unfortunately the original document was modified here. Yeah, I don't see the original focus question sheet. I think it is maybe in your part 3. Let's look at that again. Okay, yeah, when you look at it says in the instructions to look at the primary research question. That's here. This is the student's thesis statement. This is a student's thesis statement. The focus question is the student's idea for a topic sentence. You have to use this topic sentence in the paragraph that you write. The problem is that this topic sentence is incomplete. You can see the ... That means something is incomplete. Also here there's a ... And instead of completing the sentence, the student just put down his idea. He didn't finish the sentence. So that's part of your job. The thing you have to pay attention to is you have to write this for a body paragraph number 4. And a body paragraph number 4 doesn't use this language. A body paragraph number 4 uses different language. And let me see if I have an example of, I have that right here. Okay, so from the manual, this is the different type, these are the different types of language, the different styles we use for topic sentences. Here's topic sentence number 1 about the opposite side. Here's topic sentence number 2, your first big argument, your first big paragraph. Topic sentence number 3, your second big argument, your second big paragraph. And this is where you use another reason why. And that's what we have there on that document. You have to write a paragraph for body paragraph number 4. So you have to use this style for topic sentence number 4. And that style is still another reason why, or maybe yet another reason why. So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to modify that topic sentence so that it says yet another reason why, or still another reason why. And then you have to write the rest of the paragraph. Well, what's that going to look like? Well, we have an example in the manual on, I think it's page 21. On page 21, here's an example of a completed body paragraph. The only thing is, this one is for topic sentence number 2. This one is for topic sentence number 2. And just to be clear, for topic sentence number 2, you use a style like this, one reason why. And that's what we see here in the manual. One reason why. This part in purple, you don't use this in body paragraph number 4. That's not going to appear in your work. That's a special transition that you only use for topic sentence number 2. That for body paragraph number 2, and that's the transition that's called the flipped thesis statement. So you're going to begin your paragraph right here, but you're going to say still another reason why, or yet another reason why, and you're going to complete that sentence. You're going to complete that sentence, and you're going to say is that it might prevent cancer. It might prevent cancer, or that it may prevent cancer, period. So how do you write the body paragraph? Well, that's why I made some really good tutorials for you guys, and we'll go back to those on my YouTube channel, and that's not what I want. Introduction, no. Here, but we can find it right here. There's one called using focus question sheets. How to write a Jane Schaefer paragraph using focus question sheets. 7 months ago, 318 views. This is what all the students used when they learned how to write the body paragraph. 318 views. Here's an example of a focus question sheet, the way that it's supposed to look. The original document was supposed to look like this, and then the focus question was right here, and it was incomplete, just like this one. Just like this example, you're writing a body paragraph for body paragraph number 4. The evidence you collect goes here. You can't see more of the video. You can't see more of the page. But if you watch this video, I explain exactly what you have to do. Here I explain how to change. Here I explain how to change your topic sentence.
Topic sentence is complete. Still another reason. You went ahead and you can write that. Looks like we're a little bit out of the screen here. There we go.
That's some example of some paraphrase evidence that works for this topic. There are some examples of some different information that you might have paraphrased, just highlighted there. And I explain it in detail. I talk about different signal words, the language that you use to connect all of the ideas. It's all right there. I start doing it for you. I show how to write the first concrete detail. I show the sample paragraph from the manual. I show how to write commentary sentences. You're going to have 2 commentary sentences for every concrete detail. I tell you how to do that. The different techniques are in the manual, but if you watch the video, everything's there. You're going to have 3 concrete details, that's the part in red. First, next, besides that, 2 commentary sentences that correspond, that relate to the concrete detail above it. This concrete detail and 2 commentary sentences on that concrete detail. The commentary sentences have a specific style. Watch the video and pay attention, and you'll learn how to do it. You write your 3rd concrete detail, and you write two more commentary sentences. And then you write in blue, we have the concluding sentence of the body paragraph with the transition word. Don't copy any of my work. That's what you have to do if you want to get a good grade here. So good luck with that. And we'll see your work on Monday, okay? Good luck. Have a nice weekend.